Greetings, and thank you for spending some reflective time with me today. I'd like to focus on a very special Easter scripture, Luke 24, 1 through 11. But on the first day of the week at early dawn, they came to the tomb, taking the spices that they had prepared. They found the stone rolled away from the tomb, but when they went in, they did not find the body. While they were perplexed about this, suddenly two men in dazzling clothes stood beside them. The women were terrified and bowed their faces to the ground. But the men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here, but has risen. Remember how he told you while he was still in Galilee that the Son of Man must be handed over to sinners and be crucified, and on the third day rise again?" Then they remembered his words, and returning from the tomb, they told all this to the 11 and to all the rest. Now it was Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Mary the mother of James, and the other women with them who told this to the apostles. But these words seemed to them an idle tale, and they did not believe them. Sometimes truth is harder to believe than fiction. When we have an experience that conflicts with what we know as reality, it requires us to make a shift. When we're not able to make that shift, very often what is true seems to us to be an idle tale or a children's story. In the time of Jesus, for the women to come from the tomb with the story that they brought to the disciples would have seemed like an idle tale or a children's story to the disciples. But there are often great truths revealed in children's tales. One of my favorite stories as a child was Sleeping Beauty. There have been a number of analyses about the unconscious meaning of this fairy tale. But as a child, it was pretty simple to me. Jealousy and anger caused the princess to be put under an evil spell. Only true love could break that spell. It was the true love of the prince who was willing to fight the dragons and fight his way through the thorns and bristles and make his way to the castle where the kiss of true love awakened the princess. It made perfect sense to me that love had the power to overcome anything, even those things intended to destroy. As I was reflecting on this Easter season, I realized that I still believe that love has the power to overcome all manner of obstacles, even in today's time. The women at the tomb were told, "He is not here. He is risen." I believe that the love of God continues to seek us out, even when we fall asleep to the grace of God and can't wake up. Peter and the disciples were asleep for a moment to that truth, but then all were awakened by the kiss of love of the resurrected Christ. We are resurrected through the Spirit of Christ within us today. And by that Spirit, we become the conduits of God's love and peace in our communities, in our families, and in the world. A child's tale? I think not. He is risen. Again, Thank you for sharing this time with me today. And as always, thank you for your unending spirit of generosity. All of the ministries that the Wisconsin Conference supports would not be possible without your generous giving, peace, and blessings.